I've got a wish list plant here. Oh my god, it's huge. It's huge. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Claire and this is Yoli. I make videos all about houseplant care, sharing tips and tricks I've learned over the years to help keep your plants happy and healthy. And I literally couldn't wait to film this video, hence the wet hair. I'm going to be unboxing some rare plants that have just arrived that were very kindly sent to me by Greenspaces.ID. I've never imported plants from Indonesia before, so I'm slightly nervous, but I'm very, very, very excited. So yeah, let's get into it. So I'm going to jump right in and I'm going to start unboxing them. I'm really nervous. I don't know why. Like, as I say, I've just never imported plants before. I don't know why. I know a lot of people do it, but I have never done it. So yeah, when this company reached out and asked if they could send me some plants, I obviously said yes. How do I even start getting into this? I think these have been in transit for about a week. I think I got the shipping notification about a week ago, so I'm really hoping they're going to be in a good state. The weather obviously in the UK is really unpredictable, and there have been a few times in the last week where the temperatures dropped really quite low at night, so I'm praying they're going to be all right, but we will see. Right. Ugh, I don't know how to get in. Maybe I'll just cut straight down the box, that might be easier. Let me in. Okay, I'm in. Ah, I've got a little badge. It says, more plants, more green spaces. So they've used this kind of, I don't know what you call it, just fluffy fill. It's really, really great. I've used it before as well. It just kind of helps to keep things insulated, helps to keep everything nice and padded. So I might actually save that and use it again myself. I'll put it down here for now. Oh, okay. So, first plant. That's what it looks like inside. First plant. These look really big. Oh my god, they look huge. Okay, I'm gonna start with this one. This one is an Alocasia dragon scale. Ooh, I'm nervous. Ooh, it's looking good so far. Oh my god, that looks in really good condition. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I always worry about, I worry about any plants being in the post for a long period of time, but alocasias are so sensitive. I was kind of expecting this not to be in a good state, but that is just absolutely beautiful. Those leaves are just stunning, and actually all of them look in really good condition, even the little one down here. I'm gonna just take a look at the roots and see how they're doing. You can tell that a lot of kind of time and care has been taken with the way that they've packaged this. This is really well done. So they're in, I think this is just tissue, but it's kind of a bit damp. You can tell that it was damp when it was sent out, but let's get in there and let's have a look. Oh, they're so fragile. I don't want to damage them. They're kind of stuck to the tissue paper. Okay, so that's what the roots look like. On the whole, they look really healthy actually, especially the ones kind of down here. There's a few that are a little bit brown. I might actually just give them a very small trim. But yeah, on the whole, I would say they look really good, really healthy. Oh, what a beautiful plant. I'm so excited and happy, and this is just so fun. I don't know if anyone else gets like this when they get new plants, but I think I've never done like a mystery unboxing where I have no idea what's in it. So this is just like the most exciting thing in the world. Yeah, I'm just gonna give like roots like that. I don't know if you can see it, a bit just fell off actually. It's not sludgy, but you can tell that it's probably not doing the plant any favors. And yeah, also kind of giving the roots a little trim just kind of helps to promote healthy growth in the plant. So I'm gonna do that. There we go. So everything that's left looks fairly healthy. In fact, it looks really healthy. That's a lot better than I was expecting, if I'm being honest. So yeah, pouring this is gonna be a bit of a mission, but I've got a massive new thing of distilled water here that I'm gonna use to just kind of help the plants acclimatize. So I'm gonna try and pour it. This will be fun. Right. Don't spill on me. Ah! Ooh. I'm also just going to put a little bit of hydrogen peroxide in there as well. I'm not going to kind of thoroughly measure it, but just to kind of help get some oxygen to the roots as the plants. Yeah, just a little bit, I often do this with new plants, especially if I get plants that aren't potted, like they're just bare rooted, just to kind of help them adjust. Right, I need to get a towel. Right, so yeah, I'm just gonna pop that in there, and I'm probably gonna leave it for kind of 2-3 days just while it kind of adjusts. I'm gonna pop it right by my humidifier and just monitor it until I'm ready to pot it up. So this next one, again, is massive. It just says golden dragon on it, and I'm guessing this is a philodendron golden dragon. But yeah, I'm gonna get in here and see how this one's looking. It's huge. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. Oh, look at that. I feel like the camera doesn't do this justice. Hang on, it's still a little bit. They've packaged them so well, but they've kind of pushed all the leaves up so they don't get damaged, and they're kind of a little bit stuck in their position at the moment. But isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Oh, that is stunning. I love that. Just get a few of these little dead bits off. Again, this looks in such good condition. There's no sign of any kind of pest damage or even cold damage, to be honest. I don't think there's not a heat pack in here. So I'm really surprised these have done so well. I'm just gonna, again, have a little look at the roots. Oh my goodness, look at those roots. Oh my God, you can't, they are huge. Wow. Okay, they're a little bit dry. I mean, that's kind of to be expected, obviously. They haven't had any water in a while, but they're quite dry and desperately in need of a drink. What on earth am I going to put this in? Wow. This is crazy. Right. I'm going to need a bigger container. I didn't even think about this. I'm just going to go find something to put this in. So I've got this terrarium kind of thing. I think I'm probably going to have to use this just because those roots are so massive. I don't know what I'll do if others are that big because my containers are like little jars. So we'll see. Here we go again. Oh, that's easier. I can't remember if I said this before, but the reason I'm using distilled water and not just normal water is just because it's a lot purer, it's got less toxins and stuff like that in it. And for plants that are kind of getting used to a completely new environment, I just find it really helps to kind of allow them to adjust to their new surroundings and just kind of helps to eliminate the risk of anything going wrong when they've got this far. In we go. Again, I think I might give these roots a little prune back, but I'm gonna just let it sit in there for a few days first, just to kind of see how it's doing when they're all kind of properly hydrated, because it's really hard to tell at the moment because they're so dry. Oh my God, it only just fits even like that. Cool, so that is plant number 2 for the time being. I've got a wish list plant here. This is a plant that I've wanted for such a long time. It's a philodendron Mermaid. Well, it says Mermaid and I'm pretty certain that's what it must be. Oh my goodness, this is too exciting first thing in the morning. Oh, it's beautiful. It's slightly yellowing. I mean, it's quite a sensitive plant, so that's kind of to be expected. There we go, look at those beautiful markings on the leaves. Actually, this is a nice new little baby leaf here, and that looks absolutely perfect. So you can see there's one here that's kind of properly yellowing. I might actually chop that back just to kind of give the rest of the plant a chance to kind of conserve its energy a bit. But oh, I've wanted this plant for such a long time. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy that I've got this plant. Again, the roots look really, really healthy. They're a little bit dehydrated again, but that is to be expected. And it's got loads of root growth points down here. You can see like sometimes they'll only have kind of just sprouted from one node, but it looks very well established. I think this plant's going to do well. Oh, it's so beautiful. I am, however, just going to trim back that leaf that's kind of properly yellows, just because it's not going to bounce back. So may as well chop it back and allow the plant to kind of focus its energy on the rest of the growth and kind of adjusting instead of trying to save a leaf that is doomed. I might press it actually. I've started pressing loads of old dead leaves and they look really pretty, and I'm thinking maybe at some point I'll kind of like cast them in resin or make a little photo frame thing out of them. But yeah, I think I might press it and then it won't be wasted. Oh, just look at that new little leaf. Isn't that stunning? I love the markings on this plant. There's still 3 more in the box. I'm so excited. Oh, and it's got a little new growth point there. Can you see, just poking up at the bottom? Perfect. Right, I'm going to leave that for a few days. And what is the next one? Ooh. Oh. This one says silver blush, and I'm thinking that's probably an Anthurium. Again, it looks really big. Oh. Oh. My goodness. How stunning is that? I don't think I've ever seen one this big, to be honest. The only time I've ever seen silver blushes, they've been like really, really tiny little baby plants. This one is absolutely huge. Yeah, they've kind of been like the size of that leaf down there. Look at this. Oh, look at that leaf. Anthuriums do tend to travel really well. I think just because they're so kind of sturdy and robust, they tend to ship well. I've seen a lot of people kind of importing rare Anthuriums before, and they always seem to kind of arrive in a pretty good state if they're packaged well, obviously. But oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. I'm going to be careful unwrapping the roots. Anthuriums, they do have really kind of like thick, beefy roots, but they're also really prone to breakage. So I'm hoping they're going to be all right. They kind of don't have as much like flexibility as like philodendron roots, for example. Wow. These roots look, from what I can see so far, pretty perfect. Look at those. Wow, they look absolutely amazing. There's, actually no, I think that's just dry. Yeah, there's a couple that have kind of had a little bit of breakage down the bottom, so I'm just gonna give them a chop just to make sure they don't start to rot when I put them in water. But they look amazing. I'm not even going to bother with hydrogen peroxide for these ones because I feel like the roots just look perfect. I'm just going to pop them in some distilled water. Might need a bigger jar, actually. I'm running out of jars. Excuse the jalapeno jar. That is just such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful plant. Oh, so I've got a Squamiferum here, which is a philodendron, and I don't have it. These are just massive. I just can't get over the size of these. I kind of thought that they'd be like little baby plants, but they're huge. It's got those gorgeous little fuzzy stems like the Gloriosum. beautiful. Look at those leaves, aren't they gorgeous? And it's got another growth point here. Wow, these are just packaged so well, and they are in such good condition. As I say, this has just completely topped my expectations. I was just kind of keeping my fingers crossed that they wouldn't all arrive dead and I'd have to kind of try and revive them all, but these look amazing. There is a yellowing leaf here, which again, I think I'm probably going to chop, but I'll just take a quick look at the roots. There we go. They've got a few little brown bits in here, which I probably will chop off, just like here towards the end. It's just kind of died and dried up a bit, but I'll give it a little chop, but I think on the whole that looks pretty good. There we go, I think I'm happy with that. I'm also just gonna chop this leaf just because you can see it's yellowing, it's on its way out, so it may as well go now. The shape of those leaves is just amazing. It's almost like, I was gonna say like a hammerhead shark or something. Weird comparison to make, I know, that's just what came to mind. Yeah, so beautiful. Right, so the last plant. It's a Gloriosum philodendron. Oh, and it looks big. This is such a beautiful, beautiful plant. Oh my God, it's huge. It's huge. Oh, I see what looks like a new leaf unfurling as well. Literally like a kid in a sweet shop. Oh, wow, wow, wow. That is what it looks like. It's so fragile. I need to be so gentle with this. There we go. You can see there is one yellowing leaf, but that's kind of to be expected. As I say, I'm just so surprised that there's not more, and it's got this beautiful new one unfurling there. Look at that. Oh, it's just stunning. Its leaves are so soft and velvety. It's just beautiful. I'm gonna just have a look at the roots, and then, as I say, I'm gonna chop that yellowing one just because it's not really doing the plant any favours at the moment. But on the whole, again, this is quite a sensitive plant and doesn't always travel very well, especially if it's coming from somewhere like Indonesia. So yeah, I think this is done amazingly well. So some of the roots on this, on the whole, I think they look good. It looks like a really good root system that's kind of coming from quite a few points here. Some of the roots that have kind of completely dried out, I don't know if they're going to be savable. The kind of main thick roots look absolutely fine, but kind of the spindly, thready ones, I think probably need a bit of a chop. And also you can see towards the end here, again, I think that's just kind of completely dried out on its journey and just kind of died back. But as I say, that's kind of to be expected. I'm just going to give them a little trim. There we go. Right, I'm going to need to find a much bigger container to put this in. I think I'm just gonna, I might need to go wash something up. So what I'm gonna do exactly the same as what I did for the others. So I'm just gonna pop this in a combo of distilled water and hydrogen peroxide. And then I'm just gonna leave these plants for a couple of days, and then I will come back and I will give you a little update and I will pot them up. So it's been 5 days since I unboxed the plants. On the whole, they're all doing really, really well. They've had a few ups and downs that I will take you through. But yeah, as I say, on the whole, I'm really, really happy with how they're all doing. I will start with this one. This is the Anthurium Silver Blush. And as you can see, it's looking, on the whole, really, really healthy. There is a little area here, as you can see, that's kind of gone a bit brown and crunchy. I did actually notice, I didn't notice it at the time when I was doing the unboxing, but when I kind of gave them a thorough check over after I finished filming, that bit was a little bit floppy. So I think it could be cold damage or just kind of shock from the journey. Also, if you can hear a crunching, Yoli's got a chew, that is why. But yeah, on the whole, I'd say it's doing really well. Even the kind of baby growth here is doing well, and that's usually kind of the first bit to go. So I'm happy with how it's doing, and I'm going to pot it up, and I'm excited to do so. I'm going to be using for this one, I've already mixed up just some standard houseplant soil and perlite. I've started mixing my perlite outside now and wearing a mask just because I know a few people were saying it's so bad for you to breathe in. I did some research and I had absolutely no idea how bad it was. So from now on, and I would also recommend everyone else do this, do perlite outside, maybe hydrate it first before mixing it in so it doesn't produce as much dust, and wear a mask. We've all got masks around at the moment, so it is not hard. But yeah, so I'm going to be using that, and I'm also, I haven't got it with me, I'll go get it. Also, I'm going to mix in some orchid bark just because I know Anthuriums really like quite a chunky mix. So I'm going to pop some of that in there. And then, I don't think this bowl's going to be big enough. And then I'm also going to just add in a bit of pon. I was really, really tempted to transfer some of these plants to pure pon. And I haven't kind of made my mind up. I'm just going with the flow. But for this one, I'm just going to mix a little bit in. I've spoken about pon before. It is just honestly the most brilliant stuff. It looks like that. Ooh, it's actually catching the light very nicely. I've picked the worst possible time to film because the sun's about to move around and I'm probably going to be blinded quite soon, but we'll see how it goes. But yes, I'm just going to mix in some pon, and then I'm gonna pot this one up. I'm really confident, as I say, it's been 5 days. I'm really confident this one's going to do well. It hasn't really showed much signs of going downhill, and to be honest, I was so happy with the condition they arrived in. I kind of expected maybe some of them, or one of them has, but some of them to kind of really, really not do great after they kind of had a bit of time to adjust and were out of the box. But this one's doing really, really great. Right, I think probably my best shout is to get some into the pot first and then give it a good mix. So yeah, I mean, those roots are just absolutely amazing. Yeah, they're looking so healthy, so full. Yeah, I am excited to see this plant grow. I think it's going to do so well. Just having to be so careful with its little roots because, as I say, they are really, really fragile and I don't want to hurt them. Well, you can't really see what I'm doing. I always do this. I always forget to move the camera. I always see loads of other plant YouTubers with their like nice little spades and their fancy nails, and I'm one of these people that pretty much always has soil under my nails, and I don't have a fancy spade. I need to get one. I feel like I'm missing out, but but this works fine. There we go. I might also pop some sphagnum moss on top of the soil just because it's really great for kind of the base of anthuriums because it mimics their natural habitat and they really enjoy that. So I might also do that, but for now I am really happy. Also, you can actually see, I was going to say when it catches the sunlight, I'm not sure how you're going to be able to see on camera, but it literally sparkles. It is just so beautiful. No idea if you can see that or not, but it is such a stunning plant. But yeah, so I think that one's going to be fine now. Again, I'm going to keep the humidity really, really high for these ones, try and keep the temperature as high as I possibly can, and light and all that sort of stuff, just to kind of mimic their natural environment and where they've come from as much as I possibly can while while they're still adjusting. But yeah, so that's that one. Right, let's go for the one that is not doing well. There's one that is not doing well at all. So this is the Alocasia dragon scale. And as you can see, it's really not looking good at all. So this one basically, I think a couple of hours after I'd filmed the unboxing and I put it in water and I put it over by my humidifier, I just noticed that all of its leaves started to kind of curl like that. And then these ones, as you can see, have just kind of completely dried up, and I'm going to just chop them because there's no point. They're not going to bounce back. But also the roots have they've deflated, but they're kind of, they're just breaking away, and they don't look like they've rotten. They don't look like they've gone rotten, but I kind of think because they're a bit sludgy, I kind of think they might have done. And I don't know if this is down to cold damage, I honestly don't know. But as I said when I unboxed it, alocasias are really sensitive plants, and they don't always travel amazingly, and we have had cold weather, so it's fine. I think it's going to be savable. Oh, that one's literally coming off. I think it's going to be savable. I think probably my best shout is going to be to chop it. I might leave that one just because it's curled and actually it's not awful, but chop the other 2 leaves back, give these roots a really good trim, and actually, you know what, that's what's causing it. It's rotting just there. I've just finished filming and I've actually had a chance to take a proper look at the alocasia, and it is unfortunately literally rotten all the way up. Like, all of that is just mush. So unfortunately, I really don't think there's anything that I'm going to be able to do to save it, which is really sad, but it is how it is. It's traveled a long way. It's a sensitive plant and the weather hasn't been great. So yeah, I thought I would just give you that update. If I flip the camera around, you can kind of see, like, literally all the way up, like, no nodes. It's just, and even those leaves there, like, yeah, look at that. Completely rotten. Very sad, but yeah, that's that. The next one, oh, let's do this one. This is fun. So this is the Gloriosum, and it's doing really well. So this leaf here, which is one of the kind of 2 original ones, is yellowing, but that's fine. It kind of had a bit of a tinge of yellow to it when I first unboxed it anyway. This one, however, is doing really well. It's looking super healthy. It feels really kind of rigid and firm, and the root system's looking fantastic. And also, this is the one that was unfurling. How beautiful is that? And often the younger leaves are the ones that can kind of be more susceptible to things like cold damage and stuff like that, and they can be the first ones to go. But since I've had this one in good light and everything, and it's been in this water, it's literally just, it's flown. So I am absolutely chuffed with this plant. I am gonna chop that yellowing leaf just because there's no point really in keeping it. It's not doing the plant any favors. So I'm just gonna use some clean scissors and I'm just gonna give it a chop. And the really annoying thing, so with the Gloriosum, I am going to pot it up in a trough just because, which is kind of just like a long planter, just because I know they really like to crawl as opposed to climb. And I only had a kind of really bright red trough. I'll put some pictures in, but I decided to spray paint it to make it white and kind of not quite so garish. I only ever kind of have used it outside before. As you can see, I'm covered in paint, but I did that last night and it's still not quite dry this morning, so I'm not going to be able to put it up right now. So that's the roots now, by the way. So yeah, for now I'm just going to pop it back into water, and I will again post some updates when I have actually potted it up, which will probably be tomorrow. I think I'm gonna use a similar soil mix for that one, but I'm probably gonna add in again a bit more pon, just because I really want to, maybe I'll do it all in pon. If you're watching this and it is less than 24 hours after I posted this video, does that make sense? If it's within 24 hours that I've posted this, do let me know, because I'm hoping to have this video up tonight. And help me out, what do you think I should do? I kind of want to go full pon, but I'm not quite sure. It's worked for quite a lot of my other philodendrons and they're really happy, so maybe I'll do that. But anyway, that is that one. Right, let's go on to the Squamiferum. So this one again is just doing brilliantly. You can see it is in just pristine condition. It's looking so healthy. A tiny bit of yellowing on some of the younger leaves, but again, that's totally to be expected. It's got a fantastic root system that, yeah, has just, I mean, it looks amazing. I'm so pleased with this plant. Oh, hello, Yoli. Uh-oh, Yoli's doing crazy eyes at me. What are you doing? Please don't jump up. So, right, I think Yoli might just need to come and have her moment. Hello, baby girl. Hello, do you want to come say hi? Come say hi. Hello. Hello. Yes, thank you. Thank you. No, not into the soil and not just whacking tail on plants. Where's your chew? Go find your chew. So, this is another pot that I spray painted. I have got so many nursery pots that are just kind of that colour, and it doesn't really bother me, but I was thinking it'd be quite nice if they all kind of not necessarily matched, but just kind of looked a little bit more neutral and not quite so like bam in your face. So I've spray painted this one, same thing I've done with the trough. I've actually spray painted quite a lot. I'm gonna try and do it to all of the ones that I can't afford pots for and then decorate some of them, but that is another video. I am potentially gonna do a video on that quite soon, so I will leave that till then. But yes, I'm gonna go ahead and pot this one up in, yeah, I'm gonna use the same soil mix for this one. I've got, again, a lot of my other aroids in this mix and they're really happy, so let's just go for this. I was wondering if I should stake it as well, but should I stake it? For now, I'm just gonna pot it up and I might add a stake in at some point because it is obviously climbing up quite a bit there, you can see, and I think it would definitely appreciate something to climb up, but for now, I'm just gonna pot it up. Hello, sweetheart. Hello, baby girl. No, I moved my fiddle leaf fig up here so that it wouldn't be hit by the tail, and now it's still getting whacked to pieces. Fab, so there we go. I love that plant more and more. It's just got the most beautiful, beautiful shaped leaves, and it's just so unusual. And I don't know, you can't, oh, you can tell. Yeah, those little hairy stems are absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, cool. I think I'm done with that one. I'm gonna obviously give the ones that I'm putting up a really good water after I'm done, but I'm just gonna focus on this for now because trying to do that here would get very, very messy. What shall we do next? Oh, just put my hand in soil and then put it in water and now it's all muddy. Let's do this one next. So this is the golden dragon, philodendron golden dragon, I'm pretty sure. I actually have been so tempted to keep this one kind of purely hydro because I've had this on in the middle of the table over there and it just looks so pretty like that. I've been really tempted to keep it, but I'm gonna pot it up. I am gonna pot it up, but I'm really tempted to get a hydro plant going in that container. I've never done it. I've always just used it as a terrarium, but I really like it. So yeah, you can see this one is doing, just move that one further back. This one is doing so well. I mean, again, it looks as good as it did when I first took it out the box. There hasn't really been any downhill things that have happened to this plant. It's really, really lovely. So I'm going to, God, this is the one with the insane root system. I'm gonna have to find a much bigger pot, that's for sure. Whoa, look at those. I might have to give those roots a little trim back actually. I don't think it would do the plant any harm. I think it would probably actually encourage some new growth, but yeah, those are some really seriously crazy roots. Let me just have a quick look and see what pot I've got that would suit that. So I've got this one, which I think is about 17 centimeters, and I think that should be absolutely fine. I'm gonna mix some more pon in with this because I really wanna, in fact, I'm gonna put some on the bottom first so it doesn't all just fall straight through the holes. And then I'm gonna add some more pon because why not? Yoli is very, very interested in what's going on. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, this will be doable. This will work. Right, so I'm gonna just give the scissors a little clean, and then I'm gonna just give the roots a little trim back just towards the ends where it gets a kind of a bit thready and not as full and thick as the main root system. So I'm not gonna be too precious about these roots. And there's a few here that are looking a little bit shriveled still. So I'm just going to take off as many of those as I possibly can. And I'm still going to, as I say, I'm still going to monitor these plants very, very carefully because I know it can take them quite a long time to adjust when it's such a drastic change in environment. And this is obviously really early days in the grand scheme of things. So I will do an update in a few weeks' time and let you know how they're all getting on. There we go, so everything that's left there feels really, really full. And yeah, I'm hoping this is gonna do just fine. It seems like, I haven't actually had this plant before, but it seems like a very kind of hardy plant. You can kind of just tell from the texture of the leaves. It feels very robust, and the fact that it arrived in such great condition and is the only one that I haven't kind of been able to see any signs of any kind of trauma. It is, yeah, I think a fairly hardy plant. There we go. Yay. Okay, perfect. So that is the penultimate plant. And the last one is the one that was my wish list plant, the philodendron Mermaid, which is, as you can see, the kind of more mature leaves are really yellowing and not doing amazingly. But again, I kind of was expecting that anyway, so I'm not that sad about that. But the little one here, the little baby one, that one is doing absolutely brilliantly. And again, like I said with the Gloriosum, I'm just so impressed, because they're the ones that are usually the first ones to go. So I'm gonna take it out. The roots are looking fantastic. You can see they're looking really healthy, really good. And because I've literally got a handful of this left, I'm really tempted to pop this one up in pure pon. I think I might do it. I know of quite a lot of other people that have done these ones in pure pon and have had success. So I'm gonna give it a go. I'm just gonna chop those leaves back, the yellowing ones, just because again, they're not doing the plant any favours. Hello, Yearly. Yes, I can see you. She sat on the sofa looking at me like, what are you doing? Hi. Perfect. So what I'm gonna do, I know for pon as well, it's advisable to use clear pots, and I have got some orchid pots, but I think I'm just gonna do a white one because I'm trying to get them all to match, and that's what I'm feeling today. So I'm just going to use the remainder of the soil mix just at the bottom of the pot to just kind of prevent all the pon from pouring out, because it's so fine. Unless you have kind of a tray underneath, it does often just come straight out again. So I'm going to use that as just kind of the base, and then the rest I'm gonna just do pon, and we're going to see how it goes. I'll keep you updated, because as I say, there's a lot of plants, a lot of philodendrons that I have used pon for, pure pon, and have done amazingly, and then just some others that I've started to very recently transfer to pure pon. I started kind of just mixing it like I've mixed it today, and I like, it is literally brilliant stuff. If I hadn't said that already, it is such good stuff. So yeah, I'm hoping this should do well. And again, I know I should probably stake this. I'm really low on my plant supplies at the moment, so I will do, as I say, an update video on these plants, and I will let you know how they're all doing, maybe give them some moss poles, some stakes, and yeah, if anybody's got any questions about any of these plants, the ones that I know well already, of course, I will try and help. The other ones I will let you know my experience with. But this is one that I've wanted for absolutely ages, and it's just so beautiful. And I guess nowadays it's probably not considered ultra rare. I remember a couple of years ago it was like the plant to have, and it was, oh my god, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds to buy here in the UK. But they are still pretty expensive, but they're not awful nowadays. And I've just had it on my wish list for years, so I'm so happy that I've got it. There we go. How pretty is, oh, how pretty is that? Sorry, I'm really warm, and I've just come back from a really intense dog walk, and I feel like I'm just in a bit like, strange headspace today. But also, yeah, little growth point there. I am so excited about this plant. I'm so excited to watch it grow. As I say, I'll do an update video in a week or two so that you can see how they're all getting on, and I'll show you my Gloriosum when I've potted it in its trough, and I will give you an update on the Alocasia as well, and fingers crossed there is something that can be done to save it. But we'll wait and see. But yeah, that is all of them for now. I was going to say as well, Greenspaces.ID, the ones that very kindly sent me all of these beautiful plants, have also given me a discount code. So if anybody is interested in placing an order with them, I'll pop the discount code and all the details and everything in the description box below. But yeah, I'm so chuffed. As I said, this was my first experience ever importing plants from Indonesia, and I had no idea what to expect. I've seen some other people do unboxing videos before for different Indonesian brands, and their plants have arrived pretty much dead, and I've just been like, oh God. I've kind of been holding my breath thinking, oh God, I really hope I'm not just unboxing a load of dead plants. But these are absolutely stunning and I'm over the moon. So thank you, Greenspaces.ID, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video.